Judge, the state of Indiana would call Michael Clemons, please.
Witness sworn.
You may proceed.
Judge, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Would you state your name, please?
Michael Clemons.
Mr. Clemons, I'm gonna ask you to use your best outside voice. The microphone, it doesn't amplify for us, and so I have to be able to hear you, along with the defense counsel and the jury. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Speak up just a little bit more.
Sorry.
Will you spell your last name, please?
Clemons.
And how are you employed?
I'm a correctional officer at the Westville Correctional Facility.
And how long have you been employed there?
About 4 years now.
And did you have to go through any kind of special training or education to be a correctional officer?
Yeah. We have. There's a program when you start.
And how long is that program?
I'd say around 2 months, maybe a little more than that.
And you work at Westville Correctional Facility, is that correct?
Yes.
What shift do you work?
I work on the H group, which is a day shift, one of the 2-day shifts.
Okay. Can you tell me what the hours of those shifts are?
6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And what unit within the facility do you work at?
A pod.
And are you familiar with an individual by the name of Richard Allen?
Yes, I am.
How do you know Richard Allen?
He was placed at Westville under our care for.
And did you have an opportunity, while you were employed at Westville, to monitor Richard Allen?
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
Well, I was his companion.
Why were you asked to monitor him?
I was a suicide companion.
Can you tell me what that is?
I just watch over him and document whoever they have me on every 15 minutes.
And were you asked to observe and document Richard Allen?
Yes.
And did you do so?
Yes.
And in the course of doing that, did you fill out any kind of paperwork?
Yes, I did.
Will you tell me about that?
We have a companion sheet and we wrote down it was like 10 to 15 minutes we wrote down whatever.
After you're completed with those companion sheets, what do you do with?
They were turned into my lieutenant, I believe.
And do you fill out those companion sheets in real time, meaning while you're there observing Mr. Allen?
Yes.
I'm gonna show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 294. Can you tell me what that is?
This is a suicide companion sheet.
And whose initials are down the right side of that?
Those are my initials.
And who filled out this companion?
I did.
And what is the date?
It is April 6th, 23, but it's scribbled out on the side and it says April 7th, 23.
And you believe you're the author of this companion sheet?
Yes.
And you recognize this companion sheet?
I recognize the sheet. I mean, there were a bunch.
Sure. But you recognize the initials down the right side, as well?
Yes.
Judge, the state would move to admit what's been marked as State's Exhibit 294. State's Exhibit 294 offered.
No objection.
All right. Without objection, 294 is admitted.
Mr. Clemons, I want to draw your attention to April 7th, 2023, at 7:30 a.m. Did you make a notation or document what Richard Allen said at that date and time?
Yes.
Can you read to the jury what you documented?
It says, offender says, God, I am so glad nobody gave upon me after I killed Abby and Libby.
And is that your writing?
That is.
I want to draw your attention to later that day, 8:01 a.m. What did Richard Allen say?
At what time?
8:01 a.m.
Offender says, I, Richard Matthew Allen, killed Abby and Libby all by myself, nobody helped me.
Now, you document these one time in your report. Did he say these things multiple times?
I'm real, I don't know.
Okay. I want to draw your attention to 8:03 a.m. What did Richard Allen say?
Offender says, I'm not crazy, I'm only acting like I'm crazy.
Judge, the state would move to publish the Suicide Watch companion sheet to the jury, please.
You may. You may proceed, Mr. McClelland.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Clemons, when he made these statements at 7:30 a.m., 8:01 a.m., and 8:03 a.m., would that be something that you would write down immediately?
Yeah. I was told to write down everything he said, so.
And so you would do that as he was saying those things?
Yes.
And how long did you observe? Well, let me back up. How many months were you stationed to be a suicide companion for Mr. Allen?
I couldn't tell you the exact amount of months, but it was a good amount of time.
And what hours, or what blocks of your shift, would you be a suicide companion watching a suicide companion with Mr. Allen?
There was a point when we had one officer do the whole 12 with him. Then, I believe they divided it in like half or so.
But would you observe Richard Allen each shift you worked?
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
And what was his behavior like? And did you observe him from the time he was Westville until the time he left?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Did you observe him from the time that he came into Westville until the time that he left Westville?
Yeah, when I was posted on a pod, yes.
And what was his behavior like when he first arrived at Westville?
Normal.
At some point, did his behavior change?
Yeah.
Do you know when that was?
I don't know exactly when.
How did his behavior change?
He just started acting different.
How was he acting different?
He'd say like random things, I don't.
You don't recall anything specific?
Yeah, not anything specific.
Okay. Can you identify Richard Allen?
Yes.
Is he here in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Where is he sitting?
He is sitting 2 seats to your right.
Judge, will you let the record so reflect?
The record will so reflect.
I don't have any other questions, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Rossi.
Thank you, Judge.
Officer Clemons, you actually gave a statement to a couple of investigators back on August 9th, 2023, didn't you?
Yes.
And they were there to try to get information from you about what Rick was doing at the prison, right?
Yeah.
You said you were told to sit there next to his cell and write down everything that he says, didn't you?
Yes.
There were inmates that were doing that before you, weren't they?
Yes.
And there were some problems with those inmates doing that, weren't there?
I'm not the one that makes those decisions.
Okay. Well, that changed overnight, didn't it?
When I came in, yes.
From inmates to guards?
When I came in, yes. One day, yes.
Okay. And back on April 7th of 2023, Rick Allen never said anything to you specific about what he did to those girls, did he?
Is that this day? Is that the date of this document that I'm looking at?
Yeah.
On here, no.
He never mentioned how he killed them?
It didn't say anything specific.
Not why he killed them?
No.
Just basically generic confessions, right?
That's on the sheet.
I'm sorry.
That's what's just.
At one point, he was actually referring to you as God, wasn't he?
At one point, yes.
And there was a reference directing your attention to this Exhibit 294 at 8:03 a.m. Do you see that entry?
Yes.
And it says, offender says, I'm not crazy. I'm only acting like I'm crazy, right?
Yes.
That was actually him responding to some of the other inmates that were yelling at him, wasn't it?
I don't know exactly.
Well, would it help you or FRS your recollection if I showed you your statement from August 9th?
Yes.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Give me another second.
Directing your attention to page 11, if you take a look at lines 4 through.
Yeah. It says that I said that I was pretty sure that's why he may have said that.
There were a bunch of other people yelling, right?
Yes.
So it wasn't like he said that just without context. But you didn't report that you didn't report the rest of that in your
No, I didn't.
log sheet, right?
No, I didn't document what the other offenders said.
Thank you. In fact, some of those same inmates were harassing him quite frequently, weren't they?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, they were telling him that he ought to kill himself?
They probably said that, yes.
Called him a baby killer, didn't they?
I don't know exactly what they said.
Okay. Well, you reported some of that in your statement too, didn't you?
Yes.
The others on the unit knew who he was, didn't they?
Yes.
And why he was there.
Yes.
They can be pretty evil on that unit, can't they?
I'm not.
Some bad guys in there, aren't there?
I'd say yes.
You've been at the prison for 3 or 4 years now.
Yes.
Seen a lot of different inmates, right?
Yes.
And you said you didn't have any formal education in the field of mental health?
No.
So to the extent that you strike that, you would have to defer to his doctor as it relates to his mental health condition, wouldn't you?
I don't know any.
You know Dr. Walla?
Yes, I knew Dr. Walla.
You know that she was treating him from time to time there?
Yes.
She'd be in a better position to have an opinion about his state of mental health, right?
Yes, she would.
And you told the officers, back in August 2023, that you've dealt with crazy people before, right?
With mental health codes and such.
Right. What was Rick Allen's mental health code?
I wasn't aware he had one.
Okay. People with mental health codes are the ones that you referred to.
Maybe as like the general public would see as crazy.
What's that?
Maybe as like someone would interpret as crazy, yes.
Okay.
As close to crazy as you could be.
You just assumed he was normal functioning, didn't you? You assumed that he was normal functioning, and he didn't have a mental health code?
Yes, sir.
If you found out he was a mental health code D, would your opinion change about his behaviors?
What does a mental health code D entail?
Do you even know?
I don't know the actual codes, no.
Okay. Do you recall having to tase him one time back there?
I never had to tase him personally.
Were you there when he got tased?
I was.
He was in his cell, wasn't he?
Yes.
And he wouldn't take his hands out of the port that they served the food through, would he?
Yes, sir.
He wasn't a threat to you, was he?
I mean, when the hands are in the cuff port, there's have to get the.
Right. Somebody leaves their hands in the little port in the door, you gotta.
Yes.
Tase them if they won't take them out, right?
Yeah, so they can't reach and grab and pull on us.
How big's that cuff port?
It's a box about like this big. Indicates.
Okay. Can you just walk away for a minute and wait for him to take his hands out of the cuff port?
We never walk away from an open cuff port.
Okay. They're not going anywhere, are they?
I mean, no.
It's the most secure unit in the state of Indiana, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I would think so.
Mr. McClelland asked you about his changes in behaviors. Remember that a few minutes ago?
Yes, sir.
You said he started out normal, right?
Yes, sir.
And then things changed?
Yes, sir.
But you couldn't remember anything specific?
No.
Did you ever see him banging his head on the wall time and time again in?
Personally, no, sir.
Okay. Did you ever see him rubbing his feces all over his body in his cell?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you ever see him eating his own feces at any time?
I don't know.
Did you ever hear that any of those things happened to him from other officers?
No.
Okay, I don't have anything further.
Mr. McClelland.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Clemons, when you were observing the change in behavior from Mr. Allen, did you think his behavior was genuine?
No, sir.
Mr. Rossi asked you if he was acting crazy, and you said he was acting crazy. And if you didn't believe his behavior was genuine, did you think he was crazy?
No, sir.
Why not?
It was my opinion that I didn't think he was crazy because of the way it happened so fast. It was like a switch.
So he'd go from acting normal to acting crazy and switch like that?
Yes.
I don't have any other questions, Judge.
Mr. Rossi.
Flipped a switch, right?
Yes, sir.
He might have just lost it, right?
Yes, sir.
Prison can get to a man, can't it?
I'm sure it can.
Now, Investigator Mullen asked you during that August 8th interview whether or not you thought he was crazy, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
And you said, I don't think he's crazy, right?
Yes, sir.
And he asked you to explain that to him, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
And you said, I've never thought that. I mean, I've dealt with crazy people.
Yes, sir.
And you described crazy people as somebody like with mental health codes and stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
They actually have an official code?
Yes, sir.
If you found out he was a mental health code D, might that change your opinion about his behavior back in April of 2023?
It may.
Judge, I guess I'm gonna object. Just a foundational question. Do you know what mental health code D means?
No, I do not.
Then, I'll object to the question. I don't think it's a proper question to ask this witness.
May I rephrase the question?
Yes.
You know that there are mental health codes, right?
Yes.
You just don't know which letters are which?
Yes, sir.
If you found out he had a code, would that change your opinion about what his actions were?
It may.
I have nothing further.
Does anybody on the jury have any questions for Mr. Clemons? Would counsel approach?
Sidebar conference conducted.
Is it possible that when filling out companion reports, you were documenting when Mr. Allen could be shouting out to other inmates?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Sidebar conference concluded.
All right. Sir, is it possible that when filling out companion reports, you were documenting when Mr. Allen could be shouting out to other inmates?
I guess it would be possible.
Okay. Any follow-up, Mr. McClelland?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rossi?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Clemons. You may step down. And could I have that exhibit, please? All right. You may call your next witness.